Welcome to the Mercedes Wilson Show. Since 2000, when Rachael Lampa released her debut album, Live For You, she's been busy. This powerful Dove Award winner has toured the world with her music. She's achieving amazing accomplishments in her life thus far and still makes time to minister by way of People Loving Nashville, a nonprofit organization whose mission is to feed and clothe the homeless of Nashville. She also teaches in Nashville Women's Jail, which I can't wait to talk about that.
You're amazing. There'll never be another like you. Captivating and sharing the things that really matter to you. When the weight of the world gets too heavy, take a ride with Mercedes. Be in the know on the Mercedes Wilson Show.
Thank you for chatting with me.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
Okay, so let's go back to the beginning because I've been listening to you since 2002, right?
Okay.
Let's go back to the beginning. You've been singing all your life.
Yes. I don't remember a time where I wasn't singing, and I don't see a video from my childhood where I wasn't singing or finding a way into the video to sing for people. So
Finding your way into the video to sing? I love
yeah. I know. It was obnoxious.
But you could sing perfect harmony since you were 4, really?
According to mom, but now that I'm a mom, I probably that could have been, who knows? She was definitely my biggest fan from the beginning. So whatever, if that's the story, I'll go with it.
Now you grew up in Colorado.
Yes.
Take us back to when you were young Rachael Lampa performing all over the place.
Okay. Yeah, since I can remember, I've been singing just any opportunity that I could go be in front of people and sing, I took. So that was everything from like local coffee shops to like every talent show I ever heard of. And then eventually it turned into singing at church, which was something that I actually grew up in a Catholic church when I was younger. And so it wasn't like something that was as typical as it would be in other churches to just get up and sing, There was more structured stuff at the Catholic church, but this Catholic church ended up just embracing me and just allowing me to get up. I would sing like Mariah Carey songs in the middle of the service.
They really liked you, Rachael.
It was fun. It was a really fun way to, honestly, to draw close to God and also be able to recognize what this passion was inside of me that was actually a gift, And so it was. I really have to say, like music and singing and all of that was such a big part of me, of the way that God chose to show me his love and the way that I can express my love to him too. So it was really cool. Yeah. So I just kind of through childhood kind of sang it at everything, sporting events, all of that. And so eventually when I was 14, I was asked to sing at this little coffee shop up in the mountains, just a few minutes from my house, really. And it ended up being basically a conference / songwriter competition. I had no idea what it was. I just sang. I just showed up and sang. But it ended up being a big Christian music event, and there were lots of record labels and managers and agents there, and that's kind of where I got my start in the professional realm.
So you were signed at the age of 14.
I was.
What was that like? Take us through your mind at that time, or your life. How did life change?
Yeah. Well, for me, I mean, I was so, well protected and well surrounded. My parents were they were there the whole time, and were able to protect me from some of the pressures and the grown-upness of the business, and just kind of keep it fun and focused on the right things. So for me, it was, what I remember is like, I get to get on airplanes every week and go fun places and sing and miss school,
Yep,
So to me, I was living life. But the part that again, I'll just keep coming back to, like, when you're 14, you know, your faith can be beautiful and strong and childlike and all of that. And I feel like that was really protected and really encouraged. And so there was this other whole element of it, aside from, you know, all the hustle and bustle, that was like, I'm really like getting to spend time with my father, like this God that I've kind of been wondering about and trying to figure out. It was really sweet for my faith.
Yeah. I rededicated my life back to Christ in 2000. I was 18. And I remember when No Greater Love, the first time I heard that. And you know, there's certain songs that you can worship to, but then there's certain songs that put things into perspective for you. Yeah. Wow. And that song put things into perspective.
That's so awesome.
For my life. And being a new believer, that song blessed my soul.
Ah, that's so awesome. Yeah. It's so cool how, like, the truth, like, holds, you know? Yeah. Because that's, like, I mean, that was, almost, it was, like, 18 years ago. Or, I don't know the math, but...
Stop telling folks my age, Rachel.
Yeah, same. We're both guilty. We're both guilty. But, you know, it still gets me too, you know, like, and it's, you know, it's just the truth. It just keeps kind of coming back and continues to work and to mean something. Yeah.
And before we go, you played ball. You played basketball.
I did. All of my friends laugh at me when I tell them this, but I did. I was on the outside and I shot threes and I was a point guard and I didn't get anywhere close because I'm 5'1". I'm 5'1". I every once in a while I could, like, kind of maneuver my way through under people's legs.
That's funny. Well, I have a 13-year-old daughter and a 17-year-old son that play basketball. So give them a couple pieces of advice.
Oh man, I don't even remember. For me,
stay out and shoot threes.
Yes, stay out, shoot threes. But I'm 5'1", so I don't know how where they belong in the key. But that was my zone. So it's always safe out there. You don't get hurt very much.
Yeah. Well, stay with me, Rachel, because I want to talk about the nonprofit organization that you and your family lead that blesses so many. So you stay with me and you stay with us as well. We'll be back with Rachael Lampa.
Power965radio.com, the new sound of Buffalo, is a proud supporter of The Mercedes Wilson Show. They have a full lineup of unique programs. Find out more about the station's owner, Sheila Brown, and her new book, 29 Years of Preparation, at Power965radio.com.
Hello, Buffalo. My name is Yvette Phillips. I started a group 5 years ago called We Are Buffalo Strong. One day, my kids and I were driving in downtown Buffalo, and we noticed so many people sleeping under the bridge. I wanted to do something, but my resources were low. So I reached out to a few family members and friends, and we began taking food downtown once a month to feed our homeless community, some of which were veterans. After becoming 2017's Humanitarian of the Year, more volunteers started helping our group. Since 2013, we've fed 6,460 people. My goal is to make sure no one goes hungry or cold in the city of Buffalo, which is called the City of Good Neighbors. I challenge you to make a difference in your community. Be the change you want to see. Together, we are all Buffalo Strong.
Hello, I'm Stephanie Krebs from Young Living Essential Oils. Do you realize being healthy is more than just diet and exercise? It's what you apply to your body. What products are in your home and your environment? Don't be overwhelmed. I'm here to help you one step at a time. With a company that is based on integrity and passion, Young Living Essential Oils. Call me at 585-708-4020 or my website, mywl.com/bodysense.
Welcome back to the Mercedes Wilson Show. I have the Rachael Lampa with me today, and we get to talk everything Rachael Lampa, everything ministry, everything music. I'm so excited to have you with me. So excited.
Thank you. I'm excited too.
All right, so let's talk about the nonprofit organization, People Loving Nashville. Take us back to the beginning.
So this was started 11 years ago, actually, on a Monday night with my older brother, Ryan. We had too much food, made too much food on a Thanksgiving night, and decided to pack a few meals up and take them downtown Nashville. And we kind of, just didn't know what we were doing. We just had like an armful of food, and found some friends to sit down with and eat with, basically. And from that time on, we just continued to invite our friends, and we told them to invite their friends. And so every Monday for 11 years, we've been able to serve meals. We're up to about 400 meals every Monday,
wow.
with tons of volunteers on our side and tons of people showing up downtown. And it's honestly become, the food is so secondary now. It's just so much more about the friendships, the relationships, the progress, just the way that we kind of are walking our lives side by side.
Yeah. How was it received the first time you did it 11 years ago? Was it well received?
Yeah. So, yeah, it's always, it's a clumsy process sometimes. Sometimes you're not sure who to ask, or if that's okay to ask, or so actually the very first night, it was just my brother and his friends, and they more or less just struck up a conversation with some people, and throughout that conversation found out that they were hungry, and that's kind of how that happened. And then there's such community, among the people that are living without housing right now, that we realize there's a whole system down there, and so we want to be part of it. We want them to be part of our system and try to mingle and figure out how to come up with some solutions and just be together.
What do you think this organization has done, not only for your family but for you in your walk?
Yeah, I think if anything, it's showing me the body of Christ, what the body of Christ really looks like, and that it's not just people that look like me and people that live like me. And you can grow up for so long kind of surrounding yourself with people that are in your circle, and I have just seen so much more beauty in other people's stories, in other people's ways that they've chosen to live life, and the hardships that they've come through, and the hope that they still carry. When we're doing these things to the least of these, we're doing it unto Jesus. Yep. And so to even see Jesus in people like that I come across all the time, is that is what really speaks to me. Yeah.
There's something else that you do that really touched my heart when I learned about it. You serve by way of teaching in a Nashville women's jail 1 to 2 times a week.
Yes.
How did that start?
So this is another thing that I actually do with my siblings. So People Living Nashville, I run with my 3 other siblings. So this is also another piece of it. My brother's wife, Joanna, runs something called the Wild Ones Academy in the Nashville jail, and basically she provides like classes and whether it's nutrition classes or songwriting classes or Bible classes. And we just go in and we teach about what we know. We teach about mental health, and but really, honestly, it's so much that the teaching is so secondary. It's so much more about just showing up for each other and learning each other, hearing people's stories, and reminding them that like God's love can handle all of it, and God's grace and God's mercy. And it's so many times what I hear is from inmates is I have had people my whole life come to me talking about Jesus and in God's name and end up being hurt by them, and so to be able to come in and really, really focus on God's heart, on really what he thinks of them, and then trying to reflect that, it's been such a game changer.
Yeah. Do you think it's harder for some to accept the fact that forgiveness is real when they're actually in a jail?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. It's definitely, there's a whole thing to it, because for sure, like, there's a lot of girls that don't feel like they can be forgiven, that feel like they've been pushed out of the circle, and the hopelessness is their only option. Yeah. But there's also this beautiful thing about being inside, is that they are they have nothing left to lose at that point. They are open. They're like ready for a change. And the awesome thing is, we're just reminded, and we try to remind the girls, like God used us. God used you. God uses the broken ones, like hardcore. Abraham was old. Elijah was suicidal. Joseph was abused. There were prisoners. There were, outcasts. That's who he uses. And so, as much as we want to help them know that they're forgiven and loved, like, we need them too. We need them in our army. And so it's a really beautiful, beautiful thing to be part of.
Well, thank you and your family for being such a huge blessing to Nashville. I'm sure they love you there. But
it's fun. We got a whole group of people. It's great.
I love it. But you stay there, because next we're going to talk everything Rachael. I love the stuff you're doing now. So stay with us, and you stay with us as well. We have more from Rachael Lampa.
Won't ever let the cold world get the best of me. Keep my head up high like the sunrise. Even though it's hard, I try each and every day. Every time I fall, I get back on my feet. I know that I can make it if I keep on trying. Whoa, oh, 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 whoa, oh, 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 oh. I keep on trying. Whoa, oh, oh, oh.
Ever since I made my first beat, I knew music was a passion. Along with the beat makers in my company, I get to share my passion. Music is a way to dream, and now I get a chance to make dreams come true. Welcome to Soundmaster Beats.
Restore your body, beauty, and soul with Capriceology.com, providing wellness and ministry services for your church and family with master herbalist, iridologist, and conference speaker Caprice Butts. Are you as healthy as you want to be? Nutritional help is just a click away with online wellness packages and consultations, or grab your friends and book a wellness workshop for your church group. Plus, get daily inspiration to revive you from the inside out. Restore your body, beauty, and soul with Capriceology.com. Subscribe today for a free wellness guide.
True Color Strategy, your CMO for hire, bringing strategic business, brand, and marketing solutions to find your nugget of truth. To learn more, visit www.truecolorstrategy.com.
Hello, Buffalo. My name is Yvette Phillips. I started a group 5 years ago called We Are Buffalo Strong. One day, my kids and I were driving in downtown Buffalo, and we noticed so many people sleeping under the bridge. I wanted to do something, but my resources were low. So I reached out to a few family members and friends, and we began taking food downtown once a month to feed our homeless community, some of which were veterans. After becoming 2017's Humanitarian of the Year, more volunteers started helping our group. Since 2013, we've fed 6,460 people. My goal is to make sure no one goes hungry or cold in the city of Buffalo, which is called the City of Good Neighbors. I challenge you to make a difference in your community. Be the change you want to see. Together, we are all Buffalo Strong.
So welcome back to the Mercedes Wilson Show, and Rachael is still here with me. Now we get to talk everything Rachael Lampa.
All right.
Everything. 2016, something big happened.
Yes.
What happened in your life?
Jackson McCarthy happened. my little baby boy was born, and definitely changed the game for me. I had spent most of my life touring, recording, bouncing around the world as I pleased. And that's not an option anymore.
Yeah.
So I decided to take a big break from traveling and singing once I had Jackson. But all the while writing songs, actually a lot with my husband. We wrote a lot of songs together.
Yeah.
And I kind of hit a point when Jackson was about one and a half, when I realized I wanted to share these things again, you know, and that and honestly, that just God was like, I've got a new season for you, you know, and so. You know, the best way that I could think about putting those out was on my own, independently.
Yeah.
So
Good for you.
So, you know, sometimes it's kind of like, it's just a fun thing to be like, you know, not have all the expectations and all the pressure, and just make music and put it out and connect with people one-on-one.
What was the biggest lesson with your new motherhood? What's the biggest thing?
I have to say that like letting go and letting go of control has a whole new meaning.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There are definitely so many things, not only that like that we have no control over, but that once we think we do, it's like it all changes right away. It's like, oh, I've got this, you know.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm about to do potty training. Like, I don't got this. We'll just see.
Yeah, I love it. And you release your music now in a very interesting way. I love it. Yeah, tell everybody how you do that.
Yeah, well, honestly, I realized that there are not, I don't have to answer to anybody in so much so these days. So I've just kind of started putting out songs that reflected my heart at the time, and that don't necessarily fit in any certain genre.
Mm-hmm.
The first song I released was Side of My Heart. It's a song about reconnecting to your inner child, to the dreams that you may have had when you were young, and kind of the tension of being a grown up, you know, and trying to hang on to those dreams, and trying to, you know, have life to the fullest at the same time.
Yeah.
So that song, you know, kind of came out of nowhere, and then the next song I put out was a song called He's Good, and that was just like a all out like, this is what I believe. This is the deal. This is my party song. He's good, and it's all that matters.
Yeah.
So, you know, I feel like, and then just put out a song called So Long, which was a really, really deeply special song to me. And this song is sort of a song about a lot of stories of my life and other people's lives, with either having bad relationships,
mm-hmm.
bad people, just people in your life that have kind of caused for unhealth, or even addictions, things that we just need to say goodbye to in order to move forward in our lives. So that song was just kind of like, I don't know where that belongs either, but I'm just going to put them out and just see what happens.
Well, you've been doing ministry since you, like, obviously before you got signed, but when you got signed, your life just took a total different route. Can you speak to someone that maybe in a different season? I mean, you've experienced different seasons in your life. Speak to someone that may be saying, okay, my season is changing, but is God still the same God? Speak to someone today that may be, you know, going through some changes.
Yeah, I mean, you said it. Like that has been such a powerful, even phrase, just that God stays the same. I always think about God's steadiness, you know, and almost like a beat to a song, like just a very, when we're doing this, and our brains and our hearts are like pushing and pulling, God, he has this steady beat and this calmness and this, you know, all-knowing, sovereign, you know, heart for us. And all the time, I feel like even through this changing of the seasons, like all he wants me to do is draw close.
Yeah.
And so if you are a musician and you're unsigned and you want to be signed, or you're about to be signed, or you're going the other direction, like all I can say is like draw close to God, because he will be steady. He will keep your art steady. He will keep your heart steady. He'll allow you your true self to stay intact, and that that is what matters. I mean, honestly, for me, it was like, I don't know what genre I am. I don't know which direction I want to go with this, but who am I truly? Who is that true person that God created? And the only way to do that was to really lean in and, is to stay close to God.
Thank you, Rachel, for your time. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Yes, thank you. 2
more things. Tell folks how they can support the nonprofit, and tell folks where they can find your music.
Awesome. Okay, so People Loving Nashville, we're on all the socials, peoplelovingnashville.com. We've got lots of fun things that we do, and we've got fundraisers and places to donate. And if you're ever in Nashville, come hang out with us. It really is like the best time. It's so fun. And then for my music, again, all the socials, it's Rachael Lampa on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of the above.
You're everywhere,
Easy to find.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and we will talk to you soon.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Ever since I made my first beat, I knew music was a passion. Along with the beat makers in my company, I get to share my passion. Music is a way to dream, and now I get a chance to make dreams come true. Welcome to Soundmaster Beats.
Restore your body, beauty, and soul with Capriceology.com, providing wellness and ministry services for your church and family with master herbalist, iridologist, and conference speaker Caprice Butts. Are you as healthy as you want to be? Nutritional help is just a click away with online wellness packages and consultations, or grab your friends and book a wellness workshop for your church group. Plus, get daily inspiration to revive you from the inside out. Restore your body, beauty, and soul with Capriceology.com. Subscribe today for a free wellness guide.
True Color Strategy, your CMO for hire, bringing strategic business, brand, and marketing solutions to find your nugget of truth. To learn more, visit www.truecolorstrategy.com.
Wardrobe for the Mercedes Wilson Show was provided by Clothes Mentor in Tonawanda, New York. Grade A looks for less.